Welcome and thank you for standing by. Your lines have been placed on a listen-only mode into the question and answer section. At that time, if you would like to ask a question, you may press star 1. Today's conference is being recorded. If you have any objections, you may disconnect at this time. And now, turn the call over to Lily Warden. You may begin, ma'am. Thank you, Lily, and thank you all for joining us today for the new Vital Signs Report. We are joined by Dr. Lily Warden, Director of CDC's Division of Antibiotic Resistance. She will provide opening remarks before taking your specific questions. We now turn the call over to Dr. Lily. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. Certainly, the CDC has been focused on COVID for almost 2 years now. We have not been ignoring the critical work we must do in areas like antibacterial resistance. Work that endures despite the pandemic, work that you may not be hearing as much about now, but work that is continuing every single day. I am delighted we are relaunching the CDC's Vital Signs Report today. Particularly with this issue focusing on antibiotic resistance, according to Wikipedia, antimicrobial resistance occurs when microbes evolve mechanisms that protect them from the effects of antimicrobials. Antibiotic resistance is a subset of AMR that applies specifically to bacteria that become resistant to antibiotics. From the CDC, antibiotic resistance happens when germs like bacteria and fungi develop the ability to defeat the drugs designed to kill them. That means the germs are not killed and continue to grow. Infections caused by antibiotic-resistant germs are difficult and sometimes impossible to treat. In most cases, antibiotic resistance infections require extended hospital stays, additional follow-up doctor visits, and costly and toxic alternatives. Antibiotic resistance does not mean the body is becoming resistant to antibiotics. It is that bacteria have become resistant to the antibiotics designed to kill them. Antibiotic resistance has the potential to affect people at any stage of life, as well as the healthcare, veterinary, and agriculture industries, making it one of the world's most urgent public health problems. Each year in the U.S., at least 2.8 million people are infected with antibiotic resistance, bacteria or fungi, and more than 35,000 people die as a result. No one can completely avoid the risk of resistant infections, but some people are at greater risk than others. For example, people with chronic illness. If antibiotics lose their effectiveness, then we may lose the ability to treat infections and control public health threats. Many medical advances are dependent on the ability to fight infections using antibiotics, including joint replacements, organ transplants, cancer therapy, treatment of chronic diseases like diabetes, asthma, and rheumatoid arthritis. Thank you, Dr. Lilly. We are asking for the help of the public to prevent the new pandemic of antibiotic resistance. Please provide us with new alternative antibiotics or possible key factors to help the resistance of the new evolved bacteria.